Moving from city to countryside is often a momentous step.
Whoopie-doo!
Okay, this is the wow house.
House built of wow.
And for many years, Escape to the Country has been supporting countless people on rural house moves.
The whole thing?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
We've travelled to the most picturesque pockets of Britain.
That's a game changer.
It's beautiful.
Wow.
To showcase thousands of exquisite country properties.
Oh, wow. Look at this.
It's everything I ever wanted.
Not all missions are straightforward.
I'm just worried I'm going to like this house too much.
Oh, that's a big worry, that, isn't it?
But they are often invaluable journeys that can lead to a whole new way of life.
I've gone from looking at the North Circular to this stunning valley.
So join us as we catch up with those who transformed their lives when they escaped to the country. As I'm sure you can imagine, I love showing people property in this beautiful countryside of ours. And I particularly love it when they buy one and we get to revisit. And of the people that I've shown property to, a small handful are elite athletes who have represented their countries on the world sporting stage. And once they have retired and hung up their medals in their display cabinet, what do? Well, they start a new life in the countryside. We begin today's show in the county of Dorset before heading north to Wiltshire, where in the summer of 2020, former Olympic fencer John and his wife Liz were looking to escape the town of Reading for a slower pace of life, somewhere more rural. But before I catch up with them, I'll be reuniting with ex-international rugby players Sarah and Emma, who almost a year ago were hoping to leave busy northwest London behind for the quiet countryside of Emma's home county.
For me, the move is us going home and perhaps going to a bit of Dorset that I don't know as well, so as it's a new home for both of us.
After competing on the rugby pitch, Canada-born Sarah and wife Emma lived together in America before settling in London.
I managed to play in 4 World Cups, which was brilliant, and this one particularly is the 94 World Cup, which we won as England.
I was fortunate enough to represent Canada in 3 World Cups, and these are my jerseys, 2010, 2006 and 2002. And over here is my first cap for Canada, which I'm very proud of.
Thankfully on the same team when it came to property hunting, and with their beloved dog Salty in tow, they were hoping to find a house big enough for the 3 of them.
She loves the country, she loves walk, loves swimming, and we hope to get a second dog soon. So yeah, we feel this would be a really good transition for us, for our whole family.
Emma and Sarah wanted at least 3 bedrooms to accommodate friends and visiting family coming over from Canada and California. They enjoyed entertaining, so they needed a large kitchen diner with an open plan flow, plus a garden big enough for dogs that also had space to barbecue, all for a budget of £750,000. On day 1 of our search, we'd lined up a property in the village of Lidlinch, to the north of the county. Here we go. This is a beautiful looking property, isn't it?
Gorgeous. Wow.
It looks like a beautiful house.
Yeah.
Really pretty, with sort of how it's balanced and the little porch at the front, the little timber of the window.
From the front, this 19th century semi-detached cottage seemed like an instant hit. And I was sure that the contemporary extension at the back was going to be equally as impressive. So that's where we headed first. And actually your land goes right out into the countryside, so these beautiful views over the fields.
Wow.
Oh, it's absolutely stunning.
We started our tour in the modern open-plan kitchen and dining area.
Wow.
Oh, wow. This is lovely.
We enjoy entertaining, and we find when we are entertaining that everyone kind of congregates around
this brilliant space, and you can still converse, cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be brilliant.
Well, and you're inside outside with
Yeah.
smoking food, and
Yeah.
but you like to barbecue a lot, so
Yeah,
And also these are cantilever doors, so you can open those up.
yeah.
Oh,
Just
wow.
bring the outdoor in. Oh, it's stunning.
we're pretty blown away actually.
Hoping to keep the positive reactions going, we moved on towards the sitting room in the original part of the house. So welcome back into the 19th century.
Yeah. Wow.
lovely.
Look at this amazing fireplace. This is a proper inglenook.
This is
Lovely and cosy, and
Yeah.
with the beams, and
Yeah.
the fireplace is just absolutely amazing, isn't it?
speechless. We talked about wanting to have an L-shaped sofa to cuddle up with
Yeah.
the dog in front of the fire. This is,
This you could just
Yeah.
see that, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, you could have 20 dogs on that one.
yeah. Don't give us any ideas.
There was a similar reception room on the opposite side of the house. And in between, stairs led us up to 4 double bedrooms, which were all en suite. It's difficult to choose which one would be the main bedroom, but I think this is the classic option because you've got a nice bathroom and shower in here.
Yeah, I love it. The mix of the character and the
Yeah.
old feeling of the house, but then the more modern, open space and light. Yeah, it's a lovely combination, isn't it?
That's fabulous.
I sent the ladies to explore the rest of the bedrooms, 2 of which were further down the hall.
Wow, this is a big room.
Right, very nice size.
Yeah, and feel like we could put our king-size bed comfortably in here.
Yeah.
The 4th bedroom was up on the top floor and had the largest of all the en-suites, plus a walk-in wardrobe. Once the inside had been sized up, it was just the garden left to take in, and there was plenty of it, including space for barbecues, as well as its very own bar. How much do you think this little slice of Dorset heaven will cost you?
I'm going to guess 765.
Okay, and I'm going to be a little bit more optimistic, but say right on budget, £750,000.
I'm afraid you're both wrong. This is actually on the market for £700,000.
No way.
Wow.
This is the wow house, isn't it?
House built of wow.
Yeah.
Comfortably under budget, we were off to a strong start.
I think we are surprised how much we like it. There were a lot of wows as we went round the house.
I've dubbed this house the wow house because it's an amazing house, and the price, I didn't expect that.
For our next stop, we made our way towards the coast, destined for the town of Bridport. It's an area I knew they both loved, and I was hopeful that, although it wasn't exactly what they'd asked for, this striking Georgian house might surprise them. We've got a lovely 4-storey house.
Wow. Okay.
Half of it could be yours.
Okay.
I probably wouldn't have had a property type like this in our search if we were searching, so this would be good. I look forward to seeing why you chose this and challenging us with some of our thoughts.
From the rear of the property, this terraced townhouse extended over 4 floors, and we entered on the lower ground floor. This is another very impressive kitchen.
It is.
Yes.
Nice big space.
Yeah, very nice.
So this has been knocked through, but they've also put this lovely kind of sunroom here, and then through beyond that is a downstairs bathroom.
Oh, okay. I like this room. It feels lower, so it hasn't got quite the same airy feel, but still a lovely room.
It was a more subdued start, but I was optimistic that the elegance of this period property might still charm them. So we headed up to the reception room, which was at street level to the front of the house.
This is a nice room.
Working fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely fireplace. And the light coming in and the little garden at the front. Really pretty.
So they're not massive rooms, but they're balanced out. So there's on the other side of the house there's an equal and opposite room.
I think it's a beautiful house, but the sort of flow isn't as appealing.
Yeah, but this location is
Yeah.
lovely, and
This is what
that's
we were,
something we need to bear in mind as well.
Once again, I left the ladies to explore the rest of the bedrooms, 2 of which were on the first floor and shared a shower room. The remaining 2, 1 en suite, are up on the top floor.
And a Another good size.
Another really
room.
good size room. And views.
Lovely
Amazing
views,
views,
yeah.
the higher up you get.
Outside, there was a west-facing garden where I'd planned to soak up the sunshine for a moment or two, but the couple were back before I knew it. Am I getting the vibe this is not the one for you?
It's a lovely house and a great location.
Yeah.
But I think it's probably more the farmhouse or barn-type features and stone and brick and beams that we like. That's probably more our taste, isn't it? But
yeah.
But just for the reference, how much do you think this costs in the centre of Bridport?
Because we're in Bridport, I'm going to go 750.
and I'll go really close, but just under that, 745,000 pounds.
This is actually on the market for £750,000.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It was bang on their budget, and although they could understand its appeal, that Georgian townhouse just wasn't to their personal tastes. Oh, we were quick out of the blocks on our first day's house hunting with that beautiful cottage in Lidlage. That was going to be a hard one to beat. But I still had the mystery house up my sleeve, and as you keen escape viewers will know, sometimes the mystery house is able to gain ground in those last 100 metres and snatch the gold on the winner's podium. For our final try, we travelled to Broadstone, a suburb of Poole, which was the furthest east we had been on the search. And I suspected my mystery house might bring back fond memories of their time together in America.
I'm curious. I want to see more.
It reminds me a little bit of some of the houses we used to see in California where they're against a hill, so you'd come in on a driveway, go in on one level, and then there might be something of a view and just see some treetops over there. So I'm curious as well because of that.
Two lots of curiosity.
Yeah.
And I like that little California nod. It's well spotted. This 20th century bungalow had a very contemporary feel and had been extended on both sides to create a unique layout. In the left-hand wing was the largest of 4 bedrooms with a dressing area and an ensuite. A spacious room to the right was being used as a home cinema, but we made our way straight for the open-plan kitchen diner and living room at the back.
Oh, wow. Okay, this is...
Okay.
This is impressive. Wow. Beautiful view. Lovely, lovely. Wood burner.
I like how open it is. I like the modern feel to it, the sort of clean lines and everything.
And then you've got this amazing decking area
Lovely.
leading through to your home cinema.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. This is nice. I love the wood paneling.
Yeah.
You don't look so quite
No,
so
I'm
convinced.
taking it all in. But I do like it. I definitely appreciate the difference and how it would appeal.
I left the couple to explore the rest of the property, starting in the main bedroom with its generous dressing area and ensuite.
Oh, nice. This is nice.
Oh, yeah. Nice, and the outlook.
Wow.
The tiered garden provided a vegetable patch, a barbecue area and a fire pit, plus a level seating area and a hot tub. It definitely did its job as the mystery house, giving Emma and Sarah much to consider.
It's definitely different. You're very keen, aren't you?
I like it. I can see us in the kitchen diner area. This is very low maintenance, which is great, and salty proof.
And in terms of the price, what do you think the price of this property is?
I am going to guess £725,000.
And I'm going to say 700.
Well, I don't know how competitive you are, but Sarah, you're right.
Yes!
It was victory for Canada, as Sarah rightly guessed the mystery house was on the market for £700,000. We'd seen a great selection of properties across Dorset, and 2 particularly stood out for the couple, but there was one clear front-runner from the beginning. It's been, well, almost a year since my West Country adventure with our rugby-playing All-Stars, and I am super excited to be back in Dorset and visiting this, the first house, which was always my favourite, and more importantly, is now the one that Emma and Sarah call their home. Hello.
Hello! Welcome!
Oh, this must must be
This is Salty.
This is Salty.
Oh, hey, good to meet you. Well done.
Lovely to see you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Lovely to see you
I'm so
again.
glad you chose this one. How's it been?
It's been brilliant, hasn't it? Yeah.
Fantastic.
Really.
Can I have a look inside?
Absolutely.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Follow Emma.
Come on, Salty.
Come on, Salty.
Emma and Sarah moved in just 6 months ago, having bought the property for the asking price of £700,000. And like many of our escapees, they've been enjoying putting their own stamp on their new home. Oh, yes. I love this space. It's so great. Is it kind of working for you? I mean, it's great, all these bifold doors and windows. It must be lovely.
This room is so lovely and light, isn't it? And just so much space to be together, cook together,
Yeah.
just relax. and hang out.
Entertain. People can be in our space without getting in each other's way. Yeah, very good.
You've got your L-shaped sofa, I see.
We have.
Yeah.
The kitchen didn't require any work at all, but the snug has been given a little makeover. Oh, wow. It feels much bigger.
I think it's because that huge L-shaped sofa's no longer here.
Biggest sofa in the world in here, wasn't there?
Yeah.
That's amazing. This fireplace is different, isn't it?
This is different. We've had this restored. The white paint we've had taken off of the back and above the beam there, and we took down the mantelpiece that was on the front and have just had that old elm beam restored. So it was all burned and charred. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, we're really
so we
pleased with
love
it.
that. It's part of the next project is to do the pointing. And then redecorate the room, but yeah, we love how it's come up, don't we? It's just made the room.
And I actually got a beautiful splitting axe for my birthday, which I was very pleased with. So I harnessed my Canadian lumberjack in me and been out splitting logs.
Yeah.
Emma has created a home office in the other reception room, and upstairs that formerly pink bedroom has also been given a new lease of life. Considering they've only been here a short while, you wouldn't have thought Emma and Sarah had had much time to really settle into the local community, but you'd be quite mistaken.
Probably the thing that I've enjoyed the most is finding another job locally. So I've moved from acute hospital setting to the community in the NHS, and I'm loving it.
Nearby, where are you working?
I'm up in Shaftesbury, so it's only a 25-minute commute. It's a beautiful cottage hospital by Gold Hill. I've gone from looking at the North Circular car park to this stunning valley.
Yeah, everyone's been lovely to us, and it's a real mix of locals who've lived here all their lives and then people who've moved to the area from all over the country.
And the community's really dog friendly, so we've been very fortunate. We've found like a lovely retired couple that have a dog and will look after Salty, have become our new dog walker when we're both at work, and she loves them.
And the countryside life, are you kind of finding your feet inside that? I mean, is it what you imagined it would be?
I think so, isn't it? Yeah, we're
loving
loving it. I mean, our Christmas present to each other was both got a pair of really good Wellington
Wellies.
boots.
Yeah.
Because of all the walks we were doing, and we were just in sort of, ones that didn't really have any support. Yeah.
Exactly.
So we love that, and we do get out and walk a lot more and just explore, see the countryside.
What would you say the lifestyle change has been most notable for you?
I just feel like I have more time and I'm calmer.
Yeah, more relaxed.
More relaxed, yeah, and just appreciative, have time to reflect.
Yeah, and that part of that is the space, inside and outside. You come home and you feel, lovely to be home.
One of Sarah's favourite ways to unwind is cooking in their gorgeous new garden. So while she prepares a delicious lunch, including a veggie option for me, Emma's taking me to experience one of their other favourite pastimes, a quiet country walk. Dorset has over 3,000 miles of signposted footpaths and routes, and our couple get to access some of them right from their front door. When you first took your first dog walk with Salty, what were you thinking?
Well, first time we came up here, we were just, pretty gobsmacked. It was sort of, wow. We went off into the woods, and then ended up coming back round here and seeing this view. We're just like, oh my goodness, how lucky are we? And she was in heaven.
Yeah, big change from East London.
Yes, yes, and far less people and traffic and all of that.
Yeah. And has Salty loved it?
Loves it.
And they say having a dog is a great way to get to know people. Has she been a good broker to...
She has, yeah. She probably was the first to make friends, I think. And she's getting to know some of the walks as her locals, and as we drive up to them, if we do drive to get there, she'll be very excited.
Another family member excited by the couple's move is Emma's mother, Maureen, who also lives in the county, and she's popped over today for a visit. Hi, Maureen.
Hello, Alistair.
You must be Emma's mum.
I am indeed.
Yeah,
yes,
I'm Alistair.
Yes, for my sins.
I found them in this house. Not bragging or anything, but
Hello, here's some food.
I know, so lovely to meet your mum.
Yes.
You must be very happy to have her nearby.
Well, I said it's like all my birthdays and Christmases rolled into one, but they're so near. I couldn't be happier.
Right. And do you like the house?
I absolutely loved it, and they do too. You know, like I have spent time here over Christmas and when Jane was here, and it's so lovely to have all the accommodation and...
Jane now is Emma's twin, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So you have all your family together?
Oh, did indeed, yes, yes.
This looks amazing, by the way, Sarah. Absolutely incredible. You must be looking forward to the summer. This is going to be such a great party space.
We're all looking forward to the summer here, yes.
Yeah, no, it'll be nice, this outside space, won't it?
Yep.
And the bar.
Yep.
And
Salty
just
Saloon.
enjoy it. Yeah.
Salty Saloon, very nice. I have to say, this is such a rarity for me to eat in the place that we've all gone, oh, wouldn't it be nice to eat here? Then to come back and do it is such a treat. So many thanks. I'm so happy that you're happy here.
Well, thank you for all your help and bon appetit.
Yeah, lovely to meet you, Maureen.
And you.
Let's tuck
Yes.
in. Sometimes something happens in life that makes you really sit up and re-evaluate what is important for you in the future. And that was never more the case with our next set of Escape alumni who had their sights really set on moving to Wiltshire in order to focus more time on friends, family, fishing and fencing. And by fencing, I don't mean the wooden stuff that separates neighbours. After moving to Reading as a teenager to pursue his dream of becoming an Olympic fencer, John met his wife Liz in a local nightclub.
I saw Liz standing in a queue for the coats and the umbrellas, and I thought, I've got to go and talk to her. And so I sidled up and got her number, and we've never looked back.
We've been together for 38 years, but we only got married 2 years ago.
Yes. Yeah, it took me a long time to get around with it, but I got there in the end. Didn't I?
You did.
John competed in 3 Olympic Games during the 1980s, and once his competing days were behind him, he and Liz set up their own fishing equipment business. However, an unexpected health scare forced them to change gear in every aspect of their lives.
Yeah, there was a bit of a life-changing situation happened a few years ago, about 4 years ago, when I was diagnosed with advanced prostate cancer. Went through all the chemotherapy and radiotherapy and so on, and it made us re-evaluate our life and what the important things were for us in life. We want to find a different lifestyle and get a much better work-lifestyle balance.
They were hoping a move to the Wiltshire countryside would be just the tonic.
We're going to live a lot more, have a lot more time for each other and for our various pastimes. I love spending time in the garden with my plants and my vegetables, and John loves fishing on the River Thames.
Liz and John had a top budget of £525,000, and for that the couple wanted a 3-bedroom character home with a traditional layout but a contemporary interior. They were looking for a kitchen diner, enough room for daughter Emily to join them, and a spacious garden for Liz that had some outbuilding potential for John. 3 years ago, we kicked off our search in the village of West Overton. Come on in, guys.
Wow.
Lovely.
Wow.
The location's fantastic.
It is.
Overton and this area is one of the areas we were looking at. It's easy access to everywhere, but it's so quiet.
It's quiet.
It's just the sort of thing we're looking for, really.
What's lovely about this is that right next door you've got some fields which are actually a Saxon village.
Oh.
So they'll never ever be touched. This 19th century detached cottage had been given a first-class makeover without compromising on its original charm. We started the tour in the kitchen. I know that it's probably a little smaller than you were hoping.
Yes, probably.
Yes. I mean, this house is a lot about the location, so the compromise for the location and being able to afford it is that it's a little more compact.
Yes. I think it's pretty. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet, really.
Hoping to sway the couple, we continued on towards the living room, passing through a dining room. But it just wasn't hitting the spot.
I think as it is at the moment, it's probably a bit small. But I'm willing to be persuaded.
Up the stairs, tucked away at the back of the house, the first floor had a family bathroom to serve 3 double bedrooms. I thought the 2 at the back would give good options for daughter Emily. There was a well-kept garden to the front of the property, and out the back, a sheltered patio led to a long lawn, bordered with flowers and hedges, plus a small garden office.
Oh, this is lovely.
There are also a number of places to sit and enjoy the surrounding views. So what do you think the price tag on this property is?
I would hope that it would be worth, to make it feasible for us, 400, perhaps a bit under 400.
I think maybe a little more, 410.
So this is on the market for offers over 450,000.
Wow, okay.
The house was comfortably under budget at offers over £450,000 and delivered 3 double bedrooms plus a delightful established garden, but sadly it was a little too small for John and Liz.
Well, I can see why Alistair brought us to this property, because the location is actually fantastic. The house is beautiful and the feel of it is perfect. I think the proportions might be a bit tight for us.
Our next stop was a little further south in the county, in the village of Hillcott. This is a lovely area, lovely
That's
quiet
pretty.
road.
It's a pretty house, yes.
Really pretty. I love the door in the middle. I think it's really attractive.
I'm getting a good vibe from you.
Yes.
Yes, good vibes, you're right.
Yes, we're excited to go in.
There was more space on offer here, within this early 1900s semi-detached cottage, due in part to an extension up into the eaves. We began the tour in the living room.
Oh, this is lovely.
Yes, that's nice.
It's really lovely.
There's nice space there, isn't there?
It's great, isn't it? So, triple aspect, which is kind of unusual, but light flooding in from
it's
everywhere.
really light.
Yes, it's
Is this
really
a little
nice.
more the dimensions you were hoping for?
Yes.
certainly, yes. This feels really nice.
Just across the hallway, we came to the kitchen diner. Ah. So it's also not a gigantic kitchen as it stands.
It's not enormous, but there's room for a table. I'm
Great.
not put off by the size of the kitchen.
I think when you like a house, you like a house.
Yes.
Upstairs, there was so much to explore, and I let John and Liz do it at their leisure. On the first floor were 2 bedrooms, which both made use of the family bathroom, plus a larger ensuite bedroom.
Oh, wow, this room's lovely.
Oh, this is really lovely.
It's huge, isn't it?
Oh, you've got views from every window.
Up on the top floor, the loft space had been converted to create 2 large rooms.
Oh,
Oh, this is nice.
oh, lovely.
This could work really well for Emily.
So she could have a bedroom and a living area.
Yeah.
The garden was a blank canvas for green-fingered Liz, with an outbuilding for John, plus a decked area with seating.
I'm picturing my vegetable beds and my greenhouse. It's lovely.
Yes, I've been watching the smile get bigger and bigger.
So how much is that smile worth? How much will you pay to keep that smile
question, isn't it?
on your face?
I think probably 525.
I'm hoping it's going to be 500.
In this case, your optimism is misplaced, I'm afraid, John. It is indeed right at the top of your top budget at £525,000.
Okay.
It was pushing their budget to the maximum, but this charming period cottage in a wonderful location was a step in the right direction.
I love the views, the rural aspect of it is really pretty.
And the garden is a blank canvas, so I can do exactly what I want in it. It's really exciting.
There's still another house to go.
I know.
Let's have a quick recap. House number 1, lovely, but a bit small. House number 2, more on point, great dimensions, lovely location, but the mystery house was about to enter the race. So off we went to the village of Bulkington, where right in the centre, opposite the village pub, our mystery house was revealed.
Okay.
Wow.
Interesting.
Now, obviously, the mystery is that it's a bungalow.
Yes.
Okay. We're in a chalet bungalow at the moment, so yeah, I mean, why not?
We're open to it.
Yeah, we're open to it.
Set back from the road behind a manicured hedge, our first detached offering sat in the middle of a pretty garden. We headed inside straight for the country kitchen. Come in here.
Ooh.
Oh.
Without doubt, this is the biggest kitchen that I've shown you.
It is, yes. That's a lovely sized kitchen.
A massive utility room there, so all the white goods are actually next door.
It's very nice.
Is this more the size that you were hoping for?
Yes.
Yes, I think so.
And views of the garden, which is lovely.
They were going to need to get their thinking caps on when it came to accommodating their daughter Emily, and I thought one of the 2 living rooms could provide a solution. This is listed as a bedroom. It goes out into the conservatory.
It's nice through there, isn't it? Double doors.
It's very nice.
Yeah. So it's a little bit about, no.
How could you use the space?
Would Emily want this, or would we want this? Or which room would Emily get? The house had a lot to take in inside, including a further 2 bedrooms and a family bathroom.
I'm liking what I'm seeing, but I'm not feeling it at the moment.
There were gardens to the front, side and rear, comprising of lawn, flower beds and an orchard, as well as greenhouses and a double garage. What do you think the price tag right in the centre of the village is?
I'm going to say it's going to be about 500,000.
I think it's possibly a bit more than that. I think it's about 510.
This is actually on the market for £460,000.
Oh,
okay, yeah, that's a big difference.
At £65,000 under budget, our mystery house definitely threw a curveball.
I think probably this is Head, the centre of the village, across the road from the pub. But the house number 2 is Hart.
We'd seen 3 great properties across Wiltshire, and our second house in Hillcott was the front runner. But did they sit on the fence or did they advance? As you may remember, it took John and Liz 36 years to get married. I'm glad to report that it didn't take them that long to make their move from Reading into the countryside. It took them just 2 years to find their dream home. And this is it. It's not one of the ones I showed them, but I'm very much looking forward to them showing me around. Yes, in September 2022, for just a little over their budget, John and Liz bought this lovely modern red brick home in a village just outside Salisbury. Lovely, very smart garden. Gorgeous. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Nice to see you. Hey.
Hello.
How are you? This isn't very different.
It
Very
is
different.
I thought
very
you were going to
different.
buy the second house. What happened?
We loved it.
Yes.
It was great, but it wasn't right for us.
No.
There was a lot of work to do, so we decided not to go for it.
But this is a beautiful spot. You've got amazing countryside all around you.
It's wonderful. It really is.
It's really lovely.
So now you have to give me a house tour.
That'll be fun.
I'll follow
Okay.
you. Lead the way.
Come on.
It's not the period home they'd asked for or an area that we'd looked at, so I'm keen to know what led them here. Oh, this is lovely.
Yes, double
really
aspect.
big.
It
is. Your garden is gorgeous as well.
Yes, that was one of the things that sold the house to us, I think, first of all.
Was it?
A beautiful garden and view, yes.
Have you had lots of people to visit?
We've had lots.
It's great for that, because Liz's cousin lives in Salisbury as well, and Emily's close.
Emily's close? Emily's not here?
Emily's not in the house, no. Things changed a bit after the last visit, yes.
She's 25 minutes away.
Okay, okay.
Which is perfect.
Oh, so we didn't need to find a room for Emily after.
No, as it happened, no. Emily moved to Ringwood, and that then made us decide to look in this area where we hadn't really looked before, still in Wiltshire, which we wanted. And we just loved the whole area, all around Salisbury, south, east of Salisbury, such a lovely area. And this was the very first house that we saw.
Oh, first one?
Yes, so we came down, saw this house. We actually lost it, unfortunately, to another bidder. Thought that was it. And then a month later, the estate agent called and said, "Are you still interested?" So it was meant to be.
It was meant to be.
Yes, it's great. One of the perks of a more modern home is often there's not much work to do, and that seems to be the case with this property. Oh, it's so lovely and bright, this house.
It's got a lovely feel, hasn't it?
It's really cosy. Makes me want to sit down on the sofa, which is always nice. And beautiful French doors out into the garden.
Yes, it's great.
Really nice. You must be so pleased.
Yes, and we moved in without having to do anything as well. It was decorated like this, so there's a few little things we'd like to do, but basically we could just move in.
Yes.
And have you got nice neighbours?
We
They're
have lovely neighbours.
Yes.
Very sociable.
Because that's different, because the house that you liked was quite remote. It was sort of out in the country.
Yes.
That was one of the things really that maybe we weren't so sure about. We loved the house, and the location was beautiful, but it was a little bit remote.
Too remote.
A little bit too much. We've got a lovely village, the pub and a shop and great neighbours. This is ideal.
There's a lot of space inside this 4-bedroom detached house. John's even managed to find room for a workshop for the couple's fishing business.
Oh, here we are.
Wow. I thought it was going to be like some vast factory.
Well, I thought when we were looking before that we would have like a double garage and quite a big space, but actually it's worked out really well. I've got the stock of bits I need down in the garage, and this literally is just my workroom, so I can do all my custom rods here.
Why is it rotating?
Well, I whip with thread the rings and the parts onto the rod and then varnish them. And to stop the varnish clumping underneath, it turns round slowly, so it makes a lovely smooth finish.
Gosh, there are so many specialised things in the world.
Yes, it's unusual. I love doing that sort of meticulous stuff.
Yeah, right. There's exactly the things I don't like doing. So
is it? Oh,
good that
there's someone else that does it.
World.
Yeah.
They might not be on the River Thames anymore, but Wiltshire has some beautiful rivers and lakes for keen fisherman John to enjoy. Wow, what a spot!
Isn't it magnificent?
That's amazing. So I'm not a fisherman, but I kind of understand, secretly between the lines, that being a fisherman is really just an excuse to sit by rivers.
That's true. It's beautiful, isn't it?
I mean, this is so gorgeous.
Total escape from the world.
Yeah.
Enjoy nature.
Yeah.
It's lovely. That's as much the fun as catching the fish to me.
Yeah. And is it good fishing here?
It is good, yes. There's mainly dace and grayling and roach, chub. This part of the river goes down to it's the Nadder, it goes down to the River Avon. Yeah, it's a lovely bit of river. Like my little boat, when I take the mad dangler out on the river, I'm in a different world. Yeah. And I just think about my fishing and enjoying nature and escape, and it's lovely.
While John's busy fishing, Liz enjoys making their generous garden her own. And today, daughter Emily is stopping by to help. I'm so glad to finally get to meet her. Oh, I love your summer house. That's just wonderful.
It's pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, and I love this tree. I know it's not yours, but such a feature.
We borrow it.
You borrow it, yeah. What are your plans? Walk me through your garden plans.
Because we haven't been here very long, I just need to let things come up and see what's here, really.
They say that in the first year,
yes,
you've just got to see what's Are you green-fingered too, Emily?
I am. I try to be.
Have you got a garden at your place?
I've got a little balcony,
Oh.
so I garden in pots, but that's fine. Some of them are stored here still.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. And how long after we met each other did you decide to move?
Well, it was a fair while still, wasn't it?
Yes.
You just couldn't wait anymore?
No. I sort of found a job down this way and moved because of the job, really. So,
yes.
And it's a lovely area with the forest and the sea very close. So it worked out really well.
Has it worked out better? I mean, because obviously living with your parents, it's not always, and they're obviously brilliant, but it's not always the easiest.
We're wonderful but irritating sometimes.
No.
As all parents
surely
are.
not.
No, it's nice to have them close enough that I can visit, and I
Yes.
try and visit them probably a couple of times a week, really.
At least.
But it's also nice to be able to go back to my own house and my cat.
I think that's probably very sane.
I think so.
After John's cancer diagnosis 7 years ago, this move was supposed to be about winding down in all aspects of life. And it definitely seems as though they have embraced that here. In what sense has it changed your life? People say that, but in what sense has it actually changed
I think we're outside a lot more. We walk. There's beautiful walks around here.
You've got a lot more time to spend in the garden.
I've got a lot more time to spend in the garden, although I'm still working.
Yeah. And the pace of life's very different. It's so nice and quiet, and it's a lovely community. We've got a pub and a shop nearby. We can walk to the pub. People are very friendly. It's a lovely
They're
little
very
village.
friendly.
So yeah, I'd advise people to get out in the country if they can. It's lovely. It's worked for us.
And Emily, do you see a difference in the two of them since they've moved out?
I think so. I think very much less stress.
Yes.
Probably part of that was the house move itself.
So in 2 years, did your finances change? Did your budget go up or down? What happened in those 2 years?
It changed massively, didn't it?
It changed massively. Our budget actually went up.
Oh.
And we've managed to move here and be mortgage free, which is great.
Thank you. You definitely drink to that.
Yeah, that's a great weight off your mind, isn't it?
It is.
A lot of pressure
It
off.
makes a huge difference.
It's always so lovely coming back and seeing how people have made this move to the countryside really work for them, and you guys have really done it, so chin chin to that.
Yes.
What a privilege to hang out with these elite athletes in Wiltshire and Dorset this week. And I have to say, I noticed that how this grit and determination that they must have shown in their sporting achievements so transfers into the buying a house in the countryside. And I'm wondering whether they can then relax and let that go and really enjoy the beauty and tranquility of the countryside they've moved to. Let's hope so. And I hope that you join us next time for more I Escaped. If you also dream of escaping to the country in England, Wales, Scotland or Northern Ireland and would like our help, why not apply online at bbc.co.uk/take part.